it's not just a game where the individual learn, but you learn also as a team. You know what I mean? And you can see each one pushing each one and saying, look, let's take risks. And it shows up and highlights the mentality and attitude of us as a race, where we don't like taking risks. You know, once we got that large sum of money, because it's so hard to come by, and we want to put it in a bank and just sit on it and just watch it and hope it will grow off the 1, 2, 3% that the bank is 0.0% at the moment. You know what I mean? So what is the beauty of the game is that it encourages you to take risks, and it's going to be very interesting now to do, as Marcia said, to take the sheet home of your financial expenses and translate that now into your everyday life, into real life experience. I'm quite looking forward to that part.
Hello, Diana.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, I'm good. How do you think the night is going?
It's going brilliantly, actually. Every time we have a games night, you know, it really does bring a smile to my face, because, you know, I can see people here that's learning things that, you know, they may never have, you know, learned before in their lives, and they're making a conscious effort to change their lives and open up their minds and the creativity in terms of how they acquire funds and how they spend funds. And that's what the objective is really. Cash Academy is about opening up people's mindsets and making people think a little bit differently about the relationship that they have with money. And that is, to me, the ultimate objective today, and it's working.
There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books. My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
For those who don't know me, my name is Diana Howell, and I'm the CEO of an organisation called the Global Institute for Entrepreneurship. Now, we are a registered charity. It's been in existence for now the last 5 years. We do a lot of work around entrepreneurship in and around London, the regions, and also internationally, especially in West Africa, and soon to be in the Middle East. Now, the reason why we decided to have an event like this is purely because of the kind of work that we do. Now, the work that we do, we work very, very closely with small organizations, people who think about developing business ideas, social enterprise, and also charities. But what we also found that before we can really support people effectively, we come to realize that some of us, you know, have a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for, they have adverse relationships with money. I'm putting it very, very lightly. So sometimes, before they can even jump on the plateau to develop their business, we have to deal with their personal issues. A lot of the times, people don't necessarily have the income levels to even start their business. So, with regards to Cashflow Academy, what we're about is educating people about money. Yeah, there's many people here that already have their businesses or looking to start business, but they want to now think a bit more creatively of how they can acquire income, to support them, their families, but also how they can use it to set up their businesses. So that's why we're here today. Now, I'm not going to really talk too much about what we do right now. I'll talk a bit about what we do in terms of offerings later on. Because I'm very, very conscious of time. So I'm going to put you now through to...
We're here to play a game, right? So we're here to have fun. So I'm just going to get into it right now. You should have on the table a board. Everybody sees the board? Yeah? If you've got anything on the board, you just take it off the board. Now the aim of this game is to increase your financial literacy. It is how to master money. Every day there are opportunities that come your way, and most people do not take opportunities because of either lack of knowledge, lack of money, or lack of something, time. So we're going to play the game. We can make as many mistakes as possible, and over the next few weeks we are going to see how we can take what whatever we learn in this game and apply to our real lives. How does that sound? Right? Okay. Now on the board, you will see that there's two elements of the board. You've got a circle, and you have a little rats that run around the circle. Now that is the rat race. And most of us in this room are in that rat race. Do you agree? Okay. Now, first of all, what I want you to do is to choose someone on the table to handle the money. Who's going to be the banker?
Show of hands to the banker.
Show of hands.
One banker.
One banker. All right. All right, take the cover off your box and take the money and go to the bank on the table. Okay, and take the money and put it in the cover. All right, who's the bank on this table? Okay, great. All right.
Really quickly, what you think of the game?
Fantastic. Brilliant. Everyone should play it. It's mind-blowing, entertaining, and educational. Alright? Yes.
So if anyone dies, the shares are giving money to the there's not 7-10 cents. Well, let's say to Tuesday, you get 50,000, get 3 cents, then back.
Yes, very business-minded. It gets you thinking. Yes. So I like it. It's like Monopoly, but more advanced. That's why I like this game. But I'm learning this one. We'll see. Yeah?
Would you buy it for your family? Would you do it for your family?
Yes, for real. Yeah, would.
What do you think families can learn from it?
Yeah, they can learn from it. Which is buying and selling. Our business works, our property works, our stocks and shares works. Yes, it's good for children, good for everybody. You're learning. So I would buy this for my family. Definitely. I might even buy it for my family. Very soon. Yeah? Thanks.
Hello. Just have one quick thing. Actually, I do apologise. Yeah, there's something I should have actually said. I just want to say thank you, particularly to two of our sponsors that are here today. Got Push TV. They've been very, very supportive. They've been pushing out this information for us. And also Supreme Radio, the representatives here, they've been very, very supportive in terms of advertising. Thank you very, very much for that. I've also there's SLR and there's also Conscious Radio. Thank you for your support. Basically, they would like to, they're going to be setting up an area here, and they would like you to also talk in the camera as a testimony for us. The thing is, the more you talk and you celebrate some of the things that we do here, the more we can get more people in here, yeah? So Robert Kiyosakis, they're behind. If you can see them, they will do a testimony about it. Thank you.
What is it what brought you down here?
Well, I came first of all to see
if I can accumulate more knowledge, because I was here at the first event in January, and I heard of Cashflow, but I've never really played it. So I thought I would come down here again to build up my financial skills and the knowledge about investing.
Okay. And do you feel that this type of environment where it's been set is a good environment for you to be able to learn and take on board the knowledge?
Well, it is a learning environment because obviously there are people here who perhaps who are doing it for the first time and who have little or no knowledge about investing. So it is a learning process. So it is an education environment. So I think it's the right environment in which people could accumulate the kind of knowledge. So yes, it is.
Right. Do you think it's very good to see, the different type of demographics of people that you have here? Because you've got a lot of youngers, you've got a lot of elders, and they're together. How do you feel about that?
I was very impressed with the demographic here this evening because I think in terms of legacy, I think it's very important that knowledge is actually transferred and that there's succession plan in terms of the young people. Because even though that to a lot of us elders that it might be something new for us and something that we didn't get probably early in life. Nevertheless, I think it is good that we bring the young people along so they themselves can feed off of that fountain of knowledge that we also are now learning. So by the time they get our ages, then perhaps our community will be in a better place.
Right, okay. And obviously this is going to be going on for quite several events. Will you be looking to come to every one event and then maybe analyse where you are at the end of it all?
Well, I see environments like this as an opportunity to learn, and not only coming to be here just to socialize, but for me it's about translating what I've learned in practice. But for me, education is also about transferring that knowledge in the practical sense. So for me, personally speaking, I definitely would like to come to more of the events so I can translate it into real life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you travel from far or are you local?
I would say I'm localist, I would say.
Right, okay.
5 miles or so.
Right, okay. And would you encourage others to definitely come along to this type of event?
Certainly. I mean, I work on local radio and I take every opportunity to encourage people to come to events like this because I think it's needed, because I see it as legacy and also transmitting skills and also succession planning for generations to come. So it's something that I would definitely embrace and continue to promote.
Okay then. Well, thank you very much for your time. And we look forward to definitely seeing you down here again.
Yes.
And if you after this transition, if you make that good money, I'm watching very carefully to who's very successful here, so I can align myself with some new friends.
Yeah, watch the space. I might be a sponsor in a couple of years' time. Who knows?
That would be fantastic. So we'll be standing beside one of your boards right here.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
And your name is? Nyasha. Okay, Nyasha. This is the Global Institute of Entrepreneurship, and tonight's business has been about the Cashflow game done by Robert Kiyosakis. Have you ever played this game before?
I did. I played it last month, but I did the first round.
Right, okay. And obviously, this is the second time you played it. How are you finding the game in regards to applying it to things that you may be doing?
Yeah, I'm seeing it from a different perspective. And what I did from the last one as well, so I went online and looked on YouTube, and somebody had actually recorded themselves playing, and it said something like made 3 million or something like that in half an hour. So I realised that it's a bit more about taking risks, but the risk can be so much more gratifying than just sitting down and not taking any risks. So it's just about thinking about how you can play and how it can benefit in the long run. And that life is kind of like a risk anyway. If you always just kind of sit back and don't do anything until play it safe, then you never know what you may be losing out on. You know what I mean? So you've got to take a small amount of risk at least, So I just had a different perspective this time, and I just thought I'm going to do things a bit differently. And what I did is I kept the game moving. I just banked it twice, this time and last time. And what I did is when I'm doing my turn or something, or we're reading the cards, just keep the game moving around so we can keep going, because it takes a long time to play. It's like playing Monopoly, but with much more detail. So you have to keep it moving with the little time that we have. But yeah, I'm really finding it really enjoyable. When I hope they do a marathon, because I'm looking forward to it.
Right, okay. So the type of environment that we have here You know, we've got families, we've got children, we've got single people, we've got elders, we've got youngers. How important do you see the community coming together when it comes to finance?
Really important, and I was saying earlier on that I've made my first purchase in shares, and they were relatively small. They were only £1 a share, and I bought 10 shares. But you know, it was a thing of being able to invest in the community. You know, not just for myself, but for my children. You know, so that they have something. Because we've got so many places that are closing down today, and why? Because we haven't invested in those. So if we can invest in them now, then they'll be better for the long run. You know, so it was really important and good to see that the community can come together. You know, there's too much negativity about black people can't do this and African people can't do that, and we're divided and all this nonsense to me. You know, so it shows that we can come together, and this is a major improvement from last time. Because last time we had a small room, and look, it's grown so much. It's been on the radio, and people are really taking an interest, and that's really positive.
Okay. And are you yourself, are you involved in any business endeavours? Are you involved in maybe setting up a business or getting involved in any type of business yourself?
I am setting up a business at the moment. It's called Kinetic Root Services. And at the moment it's a service for black women in the community who've been through traumatic experience. And it's a self-development course to help them heal from their past experiences, understand from them, empower them to move forward, and also to give them practical tools that they can use to, one, do so, and two, that they can use on a daily basis.
So, in regards to your own business, could you take from here and the experiences you've got here and apply them into your own business?
Definitely. It gives me more business sense, it gives me more finance sense, it gives me the opportunity to know how far I can go. And I have no limitations. The only thing that will be stopping myself will be myself.
Okay. And so, finally, just to wrap up, for the type of business that you're doing and working with these women, would you think that this is a type of event which they should actually participate in as well for other aspects of what they may need?
I think this is somewhere that everybody should come to. Women, children, and I bring my children here. They can see, they can be in an environment as well, and it also creates more opportunities. So, for example, GIE are going to look about doing some activities for the children as well. So, you know, it's a complete. You're never too old to learn, you're never too old to do something new, you're never too old to grow.
Okay, Nyasha. Well, thank you very much for your time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope next time round that you're not the bank and you're making some money. And if you are, I'm going to be sitting right up beside you. Okay, so you're going to feel me behind you, you're making good money. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Okay, with us here at the moment, we've got one of the younger people are here today. Okay, and the great thing about this event is joining young people, older people, a wide demographic of people in the community to get involved and learn about finance. So, your name is?
Shaloma.
Shaloma. Okay, Shaloma. What is it which you found about this event and what drew you to come here?
Okay, when I first heard of your Cashflow, I thought something to do with business. I like business, but sometimes it doesn't really attract me as much. But for some reason, I found it really interesting because, like, it was, how can I explain it? It was giving me an example of what would have to happen in the future and the way the problems, my finance, how I should handle my finance and everything. And if I was in a certain job, what could happen? And it was actually really good. What would you say? An eye opener to see what things were happening.
What the real world might be like. Okay. And obviously with your own future, okay, because you're young and you've got your future ahead of you, do you think learning this at a young age will really equip you for going out into the world and being successful?
Yeah, definitely, because, you know, my mum said always have a plan ahead of you, okay? Like now, I have a plan. I'm in year 11 now, and my plan is to leave my secondary school and go to college and study medical science and start my own business within medicine. Yeah, so I've got my plan that I need a really good education.
So we're setting up we're going to go into medical. A lot of people leave medical school and end up becoming doctors, but you've already got a mindset where you're saying, I don't want to just become a doctor, I want to have a practice and employ other doctors. Okay, that's great. So there's a difference between being a business owner and an investor. Have you learned that as yet? Okay, so would you like to have your own business or would you rather invest in other practices in order to make even more money? What would be your ideal from what you've learned from this experience?
That's question. I'm not sure.
You're not too sure.
I'll think about it. I'm not sure.
So you need a few more games around the board, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, is this something where your peers, your friends, people of your age, you feel they would definitely be interested in and want to come?
Yeah, I think it's for everyone, especially young people at my age, so they can experience working capital later on in the future.
Right,
and,
okay.
You can actually get prepared what could happen and what they if they come into a situation which you don't know, like in the game, and they have this in the future, they know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And are you following in the footsteps of your parents? Are they doing great?
Yes,
are they doing great business and so on and so forth?
Yes, they are. Mum, she's CEO of GIE, entrepreneurship, and I have to follow her footsteps because
you've got no choice. You've got no choice. Okay, well, Shaloma, it was great to interview you. You're becoming quite a profound speaker, so I think you've got quite a few roles ahead of you, just like your mother. Thank you very much, and spread the word and make sure you get a lot of other young people to get down and get involved and be an ambassador for young people. Okay, you take care, Shaloma. Travel safely. Is it local to you?
Local for me.
Okay.
Truly, yeah. This is my. I've lived in this area for 25 years, so it's very, very local for me.
So, being that you're someone who lives in this area and seeing this type of event in this area, how do you feel that you've got all these different demographics of people here working together and dealing with this game?
Excellent, brilliant. I can't wait to get out there. Let's get the word around. Let's get it to north, south, east and west. Let's get it to Birmingham, Leeds, Manchester. Let's get this out there to black people so that we can have not only learn about economics, but learn about economics in a fun environment. You know what I'm saying to you? And as you can see, after the actual playing of the game, there's a host of networking going on around the place. People exchanging business cards. Our group, we don't want to change it. You know what I mean? We want that because last month sometimes they change up the groups. We don't want to. We're on a roll. You know what I'm saying to you? So we want to keep that roll.
Okay, based on what you were just saying there, then don't you think it's very important to change up? Because let me ask you personally, how well did you do just then?
I was doing well as a just an employee in just earning. You know. I wasn't lucky enough to draw cards where opportunities came my way, but what we did do when people around our table did draw cards, we all got involved. So it wasn't just about that person making the decision, you know what I mean? So my brother drew a couple of good cards, yeah. He wasn't very much into taking a risk, yeah, so he was putting a little bit of money, but we cajoled him to put in a little bit more money, and in doing so he made double figure grands, you know what I'm saying to you? So it's not just a game where the individual learn, yeah, but you learn also as a team, you know what I mean? And you can see each one pushing each one and saying, look, let's take risks, and it shows up and highlights the mentality and attitude of us as a race, where we don't like taking risks, you know. Once we've got that large sum of money, because it's so hard to come by, we want to put it in a bank and just sit on it and just watch it and hope it will grow off the 1-2-3% that the bank is 0.0% at the moment, you know what I mean? So what is the beauty of the game is it encourages you to take risks, and it's going to be very interesting now to do, as Marcia said, yeah, to take the sheet home of your financial expenses and translate that now into your everyday life, into real life experience. I'm quite looking forward to that part of it today.
Okay, I've got one final question. When it comes to economics, and especially in the black community, how important is it that the communities get involved in things like this to learn about economics, and not only just economics in regards to individual finance, but definitely group economics, like what you see going on.
Well, let's be honest. Let's take a look at what's happening out there on the high roads. Are we seeing any black sisters and sons? No disrespect to the black sisters. Are we seeing any black brothers and sons in terms of businesses out there, as we see within the Asian community, as we see within the Jewish community, or as we see within other communities? And other people want to say, oh, racism institution. Yes. Yeah, at the same time, when our parents came here from the Caribbean, they were doing group economics. They were doing partnerships in order to grow, to buy houses, in order to grow and develop their own finances. Somewhere along the line, we lost that attachment, we lost that bond, we lost the ability to do group economics and more distrust came in rather than the trust that our parents had when they came to this country, or they came to Europe from the Caribbean and from Africa. And we now need to regain that group economics thinking and that trust in order for not just you to grow, but for me to grow and you to grow and the next man to grow and the next woman to grow. So it's extremely important for us to all get together in environments like this, in team games like this, as well as having a night based around cash flow. We should also have a chess games night, yeah, where we can strategize and plan and analyze and these kind of things. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me, I think it's really important, especially in and around economics, for us to get together in this kind of environment. So now that, especially as you can see, children is around as well, so that our children now can start looking at us and seeing that we're getting serious about finance and economics. So when we do start to build those businesses and we say to our children, we built this so that you could now prosper and succeed. Let me put it to you like this. I'll put it to you very simply before we wrap up, yeah? The richest, or the 6 richest millionaires in the Caribbean out of 10 are the Marley family. Why are they the richest family? Because their father, Bob, laid the foundation, and he laid that foundation so well that not only was his children able to prosper, yeah, for whatever they want to say about Bob and how many children he had with different women, the main woman, Rita, stood by him. She's the richest woman in the Caribbean right now because she reaped the benefit, yeah, out of being loyal to her mate, to her husband, to the father of her children, even though he had children with other women. I think there's a lesson to be learned for all of our communities in not so much Bob's relationship, but in the way that we can lay foundations for future generations. I definitely think there's a lesson, and people should really look that up and see for themselves. And when they see for themselves what's really occurring, then we can now all get on the same page, yeah, and start saying, how can I help you make money, brother, so that your family and my family can get together and we can make even more money, brother, rather than how can I take money from you, brother, or you take money from me. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a different mental thinking, it's a different ethos.
Okay, I'd like to thank Brother Dwar. As you can tell, he's a very exceptional journalist. He knows his information, and we'd like to thank him for coming down to GIE events. And I know you're a supporter of GIE and what they're doing. So thank you very much for your time.
Well, my brother, yeah?
Most definitely. We've got some great things to do this year.
All right.
Okay, this is the Minister. I'm here at the Global Institute of Entrepreneurship. It's been a great event at the Cashflow Academy, as you can see by the guests that we've had here. It's been a great night. Everybody's enjoyed it. There's been all kinds of people, young, old, children, adults. You know, everybody's been here enjoying the whole evening. It's been a great vibe. Many people have learned about economy, about finance, about banking, about stocks and shares. It's a great place for people to come down. It's going to be a regular event. Check it out. If it's in your neighborhood, make sure you come down, check it out. Look at the Facebook, check out Doctors TV will be pushing this out there, so make sure you sign up, give your details, get involved. This is one of the biggest events which is going to be going on and growing over the next few years. Do remember, this is Gotkush TV bringing this to you live right now. Myself is the Minister, and I hope you've enjoyed the presentation, what we're providing for you this very day. Thank you, and in the name of the Most High, make yourself some finance and help your community to grow, to build, and we say peace.
Whatever it is, submit us, turn around. It's another bridge, 'cause time run out.
With regards to Cashflow Academy, what we're about is educating people about money. Yeah, there's many people here that already have their businesses or looking to start business, but they want to now think a bit more creatively of how they can acquire income, yeah, to support them, their families, but also how they can use it to set up their businesses. So that's why we're here today. Now, I'm not going to really talk too much about what we do right now. I'll talk a bit about what we do in terms of offerings later on, because I'm very, very conscious of time. So I'm gonna put you now through to.
We're here to play a game, right? So we're here to have fun. So I'm just going to get into it right now.
Hello, Diana.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, I'm good. How do you think the night is going?
It's going brilliantly, actually. every time we have a games night, you know, it really does bring a smile to my face because, you know, I can see people here that's learning things that, you know, they may never have, you know, learned before in their lives, and they're making a conscious effort to change their lives and open up their minds and the creativity in terms of how they acquire funds and how they spend funds. And that's what the objective is really. Cash Academy is about opening up people's mindsets and making people think a little bit differently about the relationship that they have with money. And that is, to me, the ultimate objective today, and it's working.
There was empires in Africa.
It's not just a game where the individual learn, but you learn also as a team. You know what I mean? And you can see each one pushing each one and saying, look, let's take risks. And it shows up and highlights the mentality and attitude of us as a race, where we don't like taking risks. You know, once we got that large sum of money, because it's so hard to come by, and we want to put it in a bank and just sit on it and just watch it and hope it will grow off the 1, 2, 3% that the bank is 0.0% at the moment. You know what I mean? So what is the beauty of the game is that it encourages you to take risks, and it's going to be very interesting now to do, as Marcia said, to take the sheet home of your financial expenses and translate that now into your everyday life, into real life experience. I'm quite looking forward to that part.
Purely because of the kind of work that we do. Now, the work that we do, we work very, very closely with small organisations, people who's thinking about developing business ideas, social enterprise, and also charities. But what we also found that before we can really support people effectively, we come to realise that some of us, you know, have a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for, they have adverse relationships with money. I'll put it very, very lightly. So sometimes, before they can even jump on the plateau to develop their business, we have to deal with their personal issues. A lot of the times, people don't necessarily have the income levels to even start their business. So,
Call Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books. My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
For those who don't know me, my name is Diana Howell, and I'm the CEO of an organisation called the Global Institute for Entrepreneurship. Now, we are a registered charity. It's been in existence for now the last 5 years. We do a lot of work around entrepreneurship in and around London, the regions, and also internationally, especially in West Africa, and soon to be in the Middle East. Now, the reason why we decided to have an event like this is